Good afternoon, CMS families. Thank you so much for joining us for today's Family Academy. Lunch and Learn Every Day Counts, building strong attendance and McKinney-Vento supports. Displayed is our CMS placemat that includes our district goals, mission, vision, and the four pillars in which we as a district carry out those goals with excellence. Translation support is available during today's session. In the top right-hand corner, please select Captions. From there, you will select Live Captions, then select the language of your choosing from the drop-down. Again, if you're in need of translation support, please, in the right-hand corner, select Captions. From there, you will select Live Captions, then select the language of your choosing from the drop-down. We're excited to engage with you today. If you have questions during today's presentation, please select the Q&A feature. Once selected, you will be able to type your question that will be addressed by our presenters during the Q&A time at the end of the presentation. And we would love to hear from you throughout the presentation. Please use the React feature to give our presenters a thumbs up or heart to let them know that you are engaged. Families, if you would like to review today's session or previous Family Academy sessions, please visit CMS Family Academy. And to explore up-to-date learning resources in a one-stop shop, we invite you to visit the CMS Family Portal. This resource is available to all families. No login is required. Our agenda today covers strong attendance, starting strong attendance, and all about McKinney-Vento. And at this time, I would like to introduce to you Kimberly Farrell, Student Services Manager, that will cover starting strong attendance.
Hello, everyone, and thank you for joining us. I am Kimberly Farrow, the School Social Work Specialist within the Department of Student Services, and I am excited to be joining you all on this afternoon. So what the basics that we want our families to know about attendance is that we support the North Carolina Compulsory Attendance Law, which requires all children between the ages of 7 and 16 to be enrolled in school and attend unless they are absent for a valid reason. There is a caveat to this that if your child is under the age of 7 and enrolled in public school, the law also applies to your family. And so if there are families that begin experiencing barriers to attendance, then we just ask that you communicate with your school so that we know how to support and ensure that your child is able to come to school every day. So in order to be counted present, your student must attend at least half of the school day. And consistent attendance in school is crucial to ensuring academic success for your student, even beginning in the early grades, as early as pre-kindergarten. So research has shown that regular attendance is tied to ongoing academic success and growth. When a student is not present, they miss out on in key instructional learning, and oftentimes it is hard to catch up when they consistently are absent from school. Regular attendance increases student graduation rates. Regular attendance increases social skills, understanding, and relationship building. Because if you think about it, students who are frequently absent from school miss out on opportunities to engage with their peers. They miss out on opportunities to engage with teachers. And every day, sometimes kids do have natural conflict, which is okay. And when they have opportunities to resolve conflict with their peers, that helps them build those relationship skills. We also know that regular attendance increases student job success post-graduation. When your student attends school regularly, you are building the foundation for punctuality and the importance of attendance when they do enter the workforce. So these are some examples of excused absences as identified by our CMS board policy. So that includes illness or injury, medical appointment or quarantine, the death of an immediate family member, and absences related to services for that immediate family member, court proceedings, and this is if the child is involved in court proceedings, approved educational opportunities such as college visits or visiting other schools. Approved educational opportunities must be communicated with the principal in advance and approved by the principal in advance of that absence. Child care for the student's child, related deployment activities. So if the student has an immediate family member who is in the active duty military and they're involved in any related deployment activities. And then there are religious holiday exemptions. So the parent or guardian must provide notice to their assigned school regarding any of the above absences. This can be done via written communication, sending a message through Parent Square, email, or through the school's reporting system on the website. So what are some things that you as the parent can do to help? We want to make sure we are encouraging positive feelings about school. So talk to your student about school in a positive way, encouraging ongoing learning daily in and out of school. We want to maintain consistent routines for bedtime and mornings. We want to prepare for the school day the night before, such as uh, picking out your clothes, laying out your clothes the night before, preparing lunch the night before if your child takes lunch to school. To the extent that you can, we encourage scheduling doctor's appointments and other appointments outside of school hours. If they can't be done outside of school hours, we recommend asking if you can have the earliest appointment or the latest appointment for the day so that your child does not miss a large chunk of school and can be present for that half day of school at least so that they can be counted present for the day. And we ask that you communicate any absences or concerns to school staff as soon as possible, including hesitancy on the part of the child or symptoms of anxiety towards school so that the appropriate support can be put in place. And we know that sometimes it is hard for families to reach out for help. But we encourage you to do so because that's what your teachers and your support staff is there for. So your counselors, social worker, psychologist, or nurse. We can't offer help if we don't know the barriers that your family is experiencing.
Hey everybody, my name is Mackenzie. I am an intern here at the administrative office with Miss Farrow doing my Master's of Social Work program through the University of Chapel Hill, and I'm going to discuss a few of our attendance support programs that we have for you. So for the main points of contact when it comes to concerns of attendance or any support necessary, you will want to start with your school administration, your student teachers, the front office, or even your school social worker, if that's someone you've had contact with, or this could be your first time meeting. When it comes to contacting these individuals, you could start with Parent Square, a phone call to the school, in person at the front office, or that email address that will be provided for those individuals. Where you can find additional information will be through your child's school website, the front office of their school, as well as cmsk12.org. So in reference to types of support, kind of like Ms. Farah has already discussed, we offer a multi-tiered systems of support model where we are trying to individualize assistance for every student and family, meaning having those conversations about what those barriers may be, seeing what we can then coordinate with you through the resources within our community as well as our schools to overcome those barriers for attendance, and ongoing community connection with our resource coordination. And then finally, we know that jobs and different things can be a barrier. So we do have different connections for before and after school programs that we do encourage everyone to look into. If that's something you feel could assist you in the attendance of your child, these are organized to provide support for working families in different situations. There are typically fees and transportation required with those. So we do recommend reaching out to find out about those resources as well. So overall, if you identify or need help with assistance related to school attendance or any difficulties, we just ask that you ask us as soon as possible, reach out to your staff. That's what we're here to help for. And we all benefit the most from our kids being in school, and we would love to see all of them there. So even if it's momentary or an ongoing hardship, let us know. We'll reach out to you and we'll do the best we can to help you with that moving forward.
Ultimately, we want our students to attend today so that they can achieve tomorrow and meet our district's goals of being enrolled, enlisted, or employed when they graduate from our CMS high schools.
Thank you, ladies, so much for that valuable information. And now we will hear from Sonia Jenkins, our student service management about McKinney-Vento.
Good afternoon. My name is Sonia Jenkins. I am the McKinney-Vento manager for Charlotte-Mecklenburg schools, and I will be giving you an overview on the procedures and policies regarding McKinney-Vento. Quick facts in reference to McKinney-Vento, which is a Homeless Assistance Act, which is a federal law signed by Congress in 2002. It is the purpose to entitle children that are homeless, living without fixed, regular, or adequate living spaces for a free and appropriate education. The McKinney-Vento Act requires every school to work toward eliminating barriers to the education for the students. It also allows our families who are in transition to continue to stay at their school where their children had attended without the necessary paperwork, without transportation issues, and to give the support that they need during their transition. CMS serves thousands of families identified as McKinney-Vento every year. This past 25-26 school year, we served 5,076 students. Student may qualify for McKinney-Vento services if they're living with a friend, relative, alone, or others due to the loss of housing. This may be living in a motel, hotel, shelter, or transitional housing. Also, if you are involved in domestic violence or substance abuse, we also inquire that as an eligibility for McKinney-Vento services. And living in a park, car, public space, or abandoned building. Runaway or unhoused youth, which we call unaccompanied youth, are also considered for McKinney-Vento services if eligible. As of January 2026, in Mecklenburg County, there were 2,101 individuals identified as unhoused. This is called the point-in-time count through Mecklenburg County, which does not account for individuals or families living in hotels, motels, or doubled up living with others. It only accounts for families that are identified living on the street, in shelters, or hospital facilities. As I stated before, last year, we served 5,076 students identified from McKinney-Vento. Charlotte-Mecklenburg's school district has the highest number in the state of North Carolina for serving homeless students, as well as we rank 15 in the national. The steps to our McKinney-Vento and services include immediate enrollment. You are able to begin school immediately despite the lack of documentation. You can either attend the school by where you're currently staying or your school of origin, the last school you attended when you were permanently housed. Students may be able to maintain existing school location, activities, and social circles, while they are considered McKinney-Vento. So we want the students to continue all of their school activities no matter what their circumstances are. And for sports, extracurricular activities, we also provide transportation. And of course, we provide transportation to and from school from where they're currently housed. All McKinney-Vento students receive free meal benefits such as their breakfast and their lunch. And as far as the free and reduced lunch application is not needed to be completed. So who do I contact? You are to contact the school staff where your children attend school at, administrators, or our McKinney-Vento Student Support Office. Every CMS school has a McKinney-Vento appointed school social worker. So that is where I would first seek assistance at. If you cannot reach assistance at the school, then you're more than welcome to reach out to the McKinney-Vento office. And our McKinney-Vento email is mcv@cms.k12.nc.us. And my email is sonia.jenkins@cms.k12.nc.us. Thank you.
Thank you, Sonia, and thank you, ladies, for presenting and sharing such valuable information with our families. Families, if you have questions, please add them to the Q&A section at this time.
I am seeing one question for us. How do we get connected with an after-school program?
So they would reach out. So I guess there are two options. They can look on our CMS website, which is cmsk12.org. And then you would navigate to families and after school enrichment program. That lists there they can find the schools that offer after school enrichment. They could also just reach out to the school directly where the child is enrolled. And then if the school does not have an after school enrichment program, another resource is I know it by CCRI, and there's a database. I can put the website in the chat, but there is a database there where they can search for certain childcare arrangements based on their need. Okay, so it's childcare resources.
Wonderful. Thank you very much. We do have another question for our second speaker. Can you share the McKinney-Vento email and contacts again?
Yes, I will put it in the chat.
Not seeing any other questions at this time.
So thank you again, CMS families, for attending today's Family Academy Lunch and Learn about attendance and McKinney-Vento. And a special thank you to our presenters for being with us today and for the information shared. Families, if you have not already done so, please complete the attendance and feedback link pinned in the Q&A. Again, thank you for joining us, and we hope you have a wonderful day.